Aina. I'm Ehuke Kahu Cardwell with the Kiwani Foundation right here on Free Hawaii TV, a part of the Free Hawaii Broadcasting Network. Well, we told you last week about the 9th Annual Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues going on at the United Nations in New York City. Leon Siu reported a breakthrough here on Free Hawaii TV because some major countries, including the U.S., have agreed to finally take a look at and support the Declaration of Indigenous Rights. Kiwani Foundation Director Kaiopua Fife is also attending the forum, so let's go now to the UN in New York City for an update. Aloha, Kaiopua.
Aloha, Ehu, and aloha kākoa pau. Greetings to everyone from New York City. We have a nice report for you today on an intervention that we did as a Pacific Collective intervention regarding indigenous fishing and cultural rights in the Pacific Ocean. And we had the ECOSOC Credentialed Indigenous World Association sign on top. That gives us a little extra status and a little extra time on the floor. And then we also had, 5 Hawaii groups sign on in support, and 6 from Guam, and 1 from Aotearoa. So it was a good collection, cross-section of Pacific peoples regarding this intervention, which essentially opposes the World Heritage Organization nomination, which the United States is putting in place to encompass almost 200,000 square miles of the Northwest Hawaiian Islands. And this is an international instrument. So we've put forth grievances with UNESCO and several of their sub-agencies who are responsible for filtering the nominations which go on around the world. And we're primarily concerned about what it's going to do to Hawaii and the Pacific. That's the focus of this intervention. I'll read to you from one report. The report states, powerful environmental and conservation groups working with states to designate protected areas on traditional lands and territories of indigenous peoples, then removing the indigenous peoples, preventing and criminalizing their cultural practices, and transforming them into conservation refugees. So what we're saying is the United States is going to take the entire archipelago above Kauai, Northwest Hawaiian Islands, and they're going to protect it from us, the indigenous people. And in doing that and protecting it, they're also setting it aside as a reserve for military practice, the dumping of hazardous waste materials, and in the process they'll be destroying the very environment that they're proposing to protect, once again, from us, the indigenous people. So we were glad to get huge support, and we're also glad to get immediate responses from the U.S. mission here in New York and from UNESCO. So we've opened up discussions with them. Our primary concern, in addition to this outrageous taking of almost 200,000 square miles of our ocean refuge, but there's a process that seemingly has been underway, which we have had no opportunity to participate in, and that's the open and free consultation, so that we can share our mana'o on this. This is what we're calling for. I think we're making some great headway, so we'll keep you updated on this as it moves forward, and it'll move forward in many different arenas, and including Geneva later on this year. So I want to thank you folks very much for tuning in. Ehu, keep up the good work back there where you are, and over to you.
Mahalo, Kaiopua. As you just heard, there's some major action going on at this year's Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues, and once again, Hawaii nationals, those who support an independent Hawaii, are playing a major part. So it's time to turn the page and lay the groundwork on the world stage. so all of us can see Hawaii free. I'm Ehukekahu Cardwell with the Kiwane Foundation right here on the Free Hawaii Broadcasting Network.